Had you ever thought about getting a silly suit?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Like what?
I mean, I bought that.
Well, for you, a silly
thing.
suit would be a business suit.
Oh. I mean, I had that dashiki thing that I was wearing for a little bit.
It's not like that's not like it's
silly for me.
Oh, I mean, I didn't mean. That's not even the word I was going to argue with in that one. I was going to argue with the word suit.
It had buttons.
I guess you're right. That must suck. Like if you're a dashiki salesman, and like when wokeness happened.
Yeah.
Because you're like, fuck, half of my sales were going to just drunk white guys. Now I can't sell to just drunk college kids who want something to wear to a Martin Luther King Jr. party.
Now they can't even do it anymore.
Yeah, they're all getting canceled. Now I'm just selling to actual. I'll be honest, there aren't a lot of African like guys who are looking for traditional African clothes in Louisville, Kentucky.
Listen, you cut out the drunk white kids, I'm done.
Yeah. Because any guy from Africa is going to know this is a pretty shitty dashiki. But if I can get Blake, who fell asleep on the bus, if I can get him to pay...
The shirt's hot. I gotta walk home.
If I can get him to pay $40 for a screen-printed dashiki.
A spray-painted dashiki.
It's like a tuxedo t-shirt, but it's a dashiki.
I wonder if they ever wear those at African weddings.
Yeah, it's it's at like an African wedding that's funny.
Funny.
You're like a drunk uncle at an African wedding.
Yeah. Hey, look at me.
Oh, look at my dashiki t-shirt.
I'm hot. Does anyone have a real dashiki?
I thought this would be more breezy.
That guy pops up. I have dashiki.
I have a lot of dashikis.
They cut all the white boys out in my town. Oh,
I had to leave Louisville because
sorry, uncle.
they won't let people ironically buy our clothes anymore.
No.
Yeah, like a
land of the free.
Yeah, like what are like you think the people who sell like I sell geisha outfits internationally. Like my business is almost non-existent now.
Yeah. Now that some white girl can't show up at a Halloween party without ruining her chances at a fucking White House job. She wants to be Secretary of State one day. She can't be dressing up like a geisha.
Bad news, boss. Everyone who's ever bought our product got fired from their job.
I don't think we're going to get a lot of repeat customers.
This doesn't bode well for the future of shoe polish for the face industry.
.com.
Our TikToks keep getting pulled too.
Bad from Facebook. But good news is Joe Rogan wants us on.
Joe Rogan will have us. Joe Rogan. We should talk about that. I'm just kidding. I did see this I sent you a photo, but it was someone we know being like Spotify's or I can't remember what they said specifically, but they were upset by the Joe Rogan thing, and that was their post. They were like, "I fucking hate Joe Rogan."
Yeah.
And then in the comments, someone was like, "Why do you hate Joe Rogan?" And they're like, "I really like that song Ohio by Neil Young, and I can't listen to it now." Which it's like, hey, I found the one. I found the one person who was upset by Neil Young being gone, yet also not upset by the politics.
Yeah, nothing at all. Just really like, really you should be upset with Neil.
You should be upset with whoever works at Spotify and clicked like hide songs.
Yeah. Fire the technician.
Man, imagine how big that external hard drive is.
It's probably like as big as your head.
Spotify. Spotify headquarters is just a massive USB.
Every day they plug it in.
There's been an earthquake.
Who forgot to safely remove it?
We have to jiggle it. There's some dust in the port.
Wait, we've got the wrong side.
Yeah.
Flip, everybody.
Everybody, hold your coffee.
Wait, I think we had it right the first time. Okay, hold on.
Hold.
It's still not going in.
Man, the future. That is probably what it'll be like.
I think what the future's gonna be like is fucking Bengals take it by 3.
You know, in the... Yeah, all right. We should predict the Super Bowl.
With no knowledge.
It's happening now. First, do either of us know the other team?
Yeah, the Rams.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there goes that fun.
Well, it's the St. Louis
You know what's
Rams.
funny is I was going to guess
The
Rams.
St. Louis Rams.
I was going to guess Rams because I was going to guess Kurt Warner
But do you know where the Rams are now?
and Marshall Falk. I didn't know where they were when I liked them. My favorite was one time when I was a kid. I was in second or like third grade or something, and somebody's like, they're all talking about the baseball World Series. And they're like, who do you think's going to win the World Series? Which was like already going on.
Yeah.
And I went, I bet it's going to be that team, the Oreos. And then, which is really what I thought the team was called. And then someone went, they're not in the World Series. And I went, yeah, they are. You watch.
You got the Oreos?
I don't. I like to think that kid went home and he's just like, man, maybe dance for maybe there's going to be like...
Does he have an almanac?
Like some sort of wrestling, like they're a guy's gonna run out with the chair. Suddenly the Baltimore Oreos are suddenly in the World Series.
A new team.
A new team
Competing against the Orioles, I guess, in the same
That's
market.
not fair to like, you take a kid, you make a team sound like a thing a kid knows.
Yeah.
It's like there's a basketball team that's called like the Milwaukee
Pencils.
Dunka Chews. It's like some sort of weird name.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Like
oh,
a
the
Pikachu doing a dunk.
The Dunkaroos?
The Dunkachoos.
You talking about Dunkaroos? And they're like, no, you idiot.
Dungarees?
Well, okay. Do you not know Dunkaroos?
Yeah, I know Dunkaroos. The little cookie thing you dip. So who you got?
Now that I know both teams.
Yeah, now you know both teams.
I hope Cincinnati loses,
Oh.
but I hope that all my friends in Cincinnati don't hear me say this.
I was gonna say, you know way more people in Cincinnati than Los Angeles.
The Rams are in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't joking when you say.
No.
In my mind, they had recently moved to
I was
St.
trying
Louis.
to go back down a path of misinformation when I was like, yeah, the St. Louis Rams. But
Yeah.
you clearly, literally.
No,
know
I
nothing
literally
at all
assumed it was. I
about
was
sports.
still.
I might be wrong. I don't
When you
think I
said St.
am,
Louis
though.
Rams, I thought in my mind, I was like, I know that they're in St. Louis, buddy. Don't try to pull. Don't try to pull any shit on me. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to make me think the Rams aren't still in St. Louis. You gotta get pretty up early Sunday morning. Change all the newspapers.
All the papers.
Go into all the bars and put a little
Yeah.
thing on the TV.
Tape it up.
Do a little thing on the bottom.
St. Louis. I told you.
I remember when I was a kid. Not when I was a kid. It existed other times too. But Gallagher had a special that I saw
Okay.
where he was like, "Oh, you're watching the news. They only show you this up everyone's head all the time. I made little bodies for him. You tape them on the TV." And it was just like construction paper it was like a suit that would hang down. So it was like a talking head was on TV. There'd be a little thing. And I remember as a kid being like, my God, that's funny.
My Gallagher's brilliant. How much do I have to pay?
This is so funny.
How much do I have to pay for one of Gallagher's?
One day I'm definitely going to meet him in downtown Cleveland. My mom and I are going to ask him for a photo. And then 10 minutes later, we're going to quietly turn to each other and go, how can we get rid of Gallagher? That's definitely the thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's how my life is gonna go.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was great. I one time was watching Kumail Nanjiani do stand-up with my mom, and Gallagher was in the crowd being yelled at by the club owner, who was like, "Get out of here, Gallagher."
Gallagher, go home. This is the opposite of Marin. Gallagher, go, not Gallagher, stay. Okay.
And I felt bad too because I took a photo with him
just
out
listened
front.
to that episode. He sounded nuts.
No, I just took that photo with my mom and out front and him. He was like, "This is funny. We saw Gallagher," and then he's like, "You guys going to the shit?" He's like doing a walk and talk with us,
Yeah.
and we're like, "Oh no, Gallagher followed us in." Like we were the ones who vouched for Gallagher on accident.
Now I guess we'll pay for Gallagher's ticket.
Yeah. We're getting a check. It's like I'm like, "Mom, did you order the watermelon?" 10 watermelon margaritas. He was really smashing
He was
those.
smashing them.
I'm on stage
You
saying
call
this.
me call me Gallagher because I'd be smashing some watermelon margaritas.
Margaritas. That'd be fun to get drunk with I think he's like a Christian.
I think he is. I don't know what he
He's
is.
a Christian,
I think he's
singer,
just cool.
rapper, and musician.
I think he's just cool.
Listen, you remember any early bits from like your life where you're like a kid and you're like, I remember that bit.
What?
Because I remember that, and then I remember Comedy Central being, I was flipping through channels once.
Yeah.
And they had a Gilbert Gottfried joke.
Yeah.
Where he puts up two like drink trays and he goes, "I'm
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse on acid." Whoa! And he just like makes him like he looks like Mickey Mouse. His ears are flipping around. I remember that as like a child seeing that and being
Yeah.
like, I get that
I
joke.
can't wait to try acid.
Yeah, it's true. As a kid, my memory was just Mickey Mouse freaking out.
Mickey Mouse going nuts. No, I don't have anything like that in my brain. My brain's pretty much mush.
What's the first oatmeal you had?
It would have been cocoa wheats.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
fan of cocoa wheats growing up.
I don't think I've ever had chocolate oatmeal.
It's good stuff.
Sounds decadent.
It is decadent.
I like savory oatmeal.
This is very decadent. And it was only good if my father made it because my mother can't cook.
Your mom can't cook cocoa wheats.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
What do you have to do to cook? Can you cook them?
I've never tried.
I like to think you're an adult who's still like, Dad, can I get,
Can I get some cocoa wheats?
what are you having for breakfast?
He's still eating cocoa wheats.
If you're eating cocoa wheats, make it 2.
Make it for 2.
And if you're having eggs, then make it 1 for me. Either way.
You're
I
watching your weight.
I would like some cocoa wheats, please.
No matter what the egg situation
No
is.
matter, regardless of your diet, I would like cocoa wheats.
And an egg.
And 1 of your eggs.
1 egg.
My dad one time was making...
Mom, pop a bagel. Pop a bagel then. No one knows how to do it like you. I want to make her feel involved.
I bet that's a scene in like Cheaper by the Dozen or something. Is Steve Martin and whoever.
But they're not, are they?
No, it's
I
way
think it
more
just gets
expensive.
expensive. I think it compounds.
It compounds. No, I bet
You
it
can only
would be
write off.
cheaper.
You can only write off 3 kids.
You know the origin of that thing, because they made
The origin of how babies?
no Cheaper by the Dozen is like
The origin of babies being
the
made?
origin of people fucking baby.
No, I don't know the origin of Cheaper by the Dozen.
It's really?
I mean, I know that they made love
Are you serious?
at least a dozen times.
No, there's a book written in 1948.
Yeah.
Because there's this family, the Gilbreth family,
Yeah.
and they were like,
If we have a bunch of kids, we can put them to work.
no,
and
not
then we don't have to
psychology.
work.
This is what his title is: time and motion study and efficiency expert.
Oh, okay.
Just some fucking crazy rich guy from 1901, and he's like, I'm gonna do an experiment.
Oh.
So he had 12 kids, and his whole thing was like, I'm just gonna have 12 kids, and then I only really need to raise like 2 of them. And then they raise the next two. And then they raise the next. And then...
I mean, that's kind of true.
And I won't have to do shit. And in like a few years, they'll... You know what I mean?
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
And then you can mooch off your kids.
Yeah, that was his whole plan. So it was basically a how-to guide to be a dirtbag.
I like it. I think I might read that one.
How-to guide to fuck and then hang out.
And then hang. Fuck, hang.
You
That's
do-
it. End of story.
Everyone's always like, oh, I like to have sex and then have some breakfast the next morning.
Yeah.
No, have sex
With-
12
with
times.
eggs on her tits.
Wait a while. You're getting breakfast in bed every day.
Breakfast in bed every single
Because
day.
you got 12 kids.
You gotta just wait for like what? Like 12, 13 years? Wait for the first two to grow up?
Yeah, exactly. That's like what the whole point was. He was like, they lived in Montclair, New Jersey.
He lived in Jersey. Oh.
See, this is the problem.
A fraudster from Jersey, you say.
Someone described
Huckster.
these people as geniuses in the art of living. And it's like, that's a phrase you just never need to use. That's only going to lead to, like, Kanye West being crazy or these people fucking way too many times.
Way too many times. But hey, but so what's the math on that? When did he have his last kid?
I can find out in a second, but this is a great quote. The title comes from one of Frank Sr.'s favorite jokes. When he was driving and he would stop at a red light, pedestrians would often ask, "Hey, mister, how come you got so many kids?" How come? That's a funny wording for that. It's a little Easter egg in this joke for the older of the dozen. I call him the senior egg.
Senior egg, yeah.
Now you'd say, "Hey, mister, how come you got so many kids?" And then Gilbreth would pretend to ponder the question carefully. And then when the light turned green, he would go, "Well, you know, they come cheaper by the dozen." And then he'd drive off. Which it's like...
What if it's a long red light and the people are just like, "Are you okay in there?"
Yeah. He's at a stop, so like...
You've been staring off into space for a while there, buddy.
But it's also like, this guy, maybe he's a genius in the art of living, because he invented the leave on a big gas.
Yeah, he invented the closer.
Punchline, get out of there.
Yeah. If he'd been a little bit older, he would have been writing for the Simpsons.
They call me Frank the Closer, Gilbreth. They call my wife the Opener. I'm talking about her legs. We got fucking 12 kids.
We got 12 kids. I fuck her a lot.
And the kid's like, I know, that's how this conversation started. Was the 12 kids part. And even though I'm a child, I can understand it.
So who you got on the bowl?
I think one of these kids is going to win it. That'd be funny. It's like in 100 years, they're like, 95% of China is related to Genghis Khan, and 20% of America is descendants of the cheaper by the dozen family.
You remember that Steve Martin movie?
Yeah, not the family from that movie. That's not Hillary Duff as someone's aunt.
Hillary, come on.
Well, let's get real. Oh, Bonnie Hunt was the mom. Oh, wow. You know they're rebooting Cheaper by the Dozen?
Who's going to play it?
Who do you think?
Steve Martin again. Bring him back.
It's
It's
him with just a young lady. It's like commentary. It's me and Blake Lively.
I'm trying to figure out what the score to the game is, man.
It hasn't started yet, isn't the don't they start with the halftime show?
No, I don't. I think it's already started.
I think first they do the halftime show.
They start with the halftime show. Get it out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, the Rams are winning
Currently
15-5, but the Bengals are winning 13-7, and I'm now thinking that I'm looking at something other than the score.
Currently 0-0.
Oh,
So neck and neck.
hot game. Hot game.
And apparently late bets have made the Rams a slut. Well, I shouldn't be telling
slut.
you. I shouldn't
So
be
you're
telling
gonna
you
say
that.
a
You haven't
slut?
placed your bet yet.
Have you? I haven't called
It was
Moses.
going to be a personal bet. It was going to be a gentleman's bet.
Oh.
I said Bengals by 3.
Well, I don't have a choice now.
No, you can bet a different number.
I've never understood that.
You could go Bengals by 7.
Bengals by 3 points and $1. God damn it.
He's got me.
You just do that after the mafia.
What a cheater.
I bet that you aren't going to be able to guess the stars of the new Cheaper by the Dozen.
Matthew Lillard.
No. Think it's possibly one of the shows we've talked about
Chad
most
Hanks.
on the show.
Chad Hanks.
It is an interracial couple. I say High Time.
I say High Times. Where's my subscription?
I say, Mom, where's my High Times?
It's supposed to be here by the 5th. It's the 7th.
Time's supposed to come
Is someone in the High Times office a little stoned or something? Why aren't I getting my magazines on time?
No, man, you got...
Do you think anyone has ever complained that their High Times magazine came late? Is there a customer support hotline for High Times?
Hey, here's a funny joke for you to do. Because the Onion or someone could steal. High Times readies their annual 420 issue for June release.
There we go. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the headline.
Just the headline.
You don't even need the... Come on.
We're doing Clickhole.
What do you do from there? No, the Onion has just the headlines.
I guess
too.
you're right.
Just
No,
the headline.
Do you know Gabrielle Union?
The
actress? Or you're going to say a funny thing. I should have let you do say a
I
funny
was
thing.
trying to think of something.
I should have. I forgot that's how comedy works.
Trying to take it somewhere.
I forgot. Shit. No, you know Gabrielle Union. This is a beautiful lady. She's a beautiful lady.
Oh yeah, she's in something.
She's in a bunch of stuff.
funny. She's a funny person.
She's probably funny, but she's in like. I guess I should say this on air instead of just turning a laptop to you. Everyone turn your friend's laptop to each other. She's in Bring It On and 10 Things I Hate About You and other things that probably are from after 2002.
And I would assume other
I
projects.
assume a full career. But she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Who do you think they paired her up with to have 12 kids? Zach Braff.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Zach Braff? That might be... Is this Zach Braff?
No, I'm
second
dead
act?
serious because we're in heaven if this movie's happening.
Is this going to be Zach Braff's second act?
They shouldn't let
Are
Zach
we going to be
Braff...
seeing a lot more Braff these days?
I hope not.
What?
Well, he punched that kid in the early 2000s. I don't think we should give him 12 kids now.
Yeah, but what about Scrubs?
No, man. In 2005, Braff unwittingly appeared on the show Scrubs at the best. Wikipedia's user, I meant on Punk'd.
I like that more, though. And he's on Scrubs, unbeknownst to him, the entire time.
He unwittingly appeared on Scrubs.
He got punked for 8 seasons into doing Scrubs.
That would be the
He
best.
thought he was going to medical school. He thought he was coming out with a degree that's 8 years. He thought he was going to be a doctor. And then Ashton Kutcher pops up and is like, "You think you'd have a black friend? You idiot."
You dummy.
You think that girl really wanted to fuck you? Any of those women. All those women you fucked were beautiful, you idiot.
And no, you can't get someone pregnant by coming on them and then it going into their vagina from the outside. You ruined a generation of fun casual humping, you idiot.
So the fucking dead dog in the corner never gave it away that this was a joke? Are you fucking nuts?
We put you in blackface like 10 times.
Dude, you were non-stop.
None of those triggered it.
The last 2 were your idea.
At a certain point, you started asking to direct episodes. We're like, what kind of sadomasochistic?
We figured we just took you for a cuck eventually.
That Dr. Cox guy was just riffing about how you suck.
Listen, you really did help that Dr. Cox guy out, though. He wasn't in on this either.
He was.
We've also been punking him.
Yeah.
But we got a little sad about his alcoholism stuff, so we figured you could help him out.
I wouldn't mind seeing Dr. Cox on. Instead of Punked, get him on Spunked. Which was a
Is he
porn
gonna
parody
come
I
on?
once saw. That is what happened. How'd you know that?
You watch that too?
How'd you correctly guess that? No, it was all, they would punk him, and then at the end, a guy dressed like Ashton Kutcher would run.
Zach?
Well, that makes, his next movie's called The X.
Well, yeah.
Well, The Last Kiss does become before The X.
Yeah.
But not always, you know what I mean?
Not always,
Sometimes
not every time.
backslide, they call it.
They call it. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
That's what they call it when you go to a small high school and you're like, well, there's 4 girls here.
I guess I kind of got to pick one.
I guess I'll keep dating the one I don't want to date and then keep realizing I don't want to date and then we'll break up. Then I'll go, well, there are only 4 other girls here.
I guess I'll.
I already know where your parents live.
Yeah, I know. I got the time down. We
Yeah.
figured it all out.
I know how to get from your family's house to my family's house before curfew.
It's a good rhythm we got going on.
Zach Braff
We got a
played.
good rhythm method going on too.
Wow, that's weird. So he started his career with a Woody Allen movie,
Yeah.
and then in 2014, after everyone has the internet,
Yeah.
he is in a Woody Allen musical on Broadway.
Listen, I'm not saying that it's be the worst thing in the world to do a Woody Allen movie, but don't get involved in a Broadway, production.
every night making the decision.
That's a terrible idea.
It's like, well, I just spent 2 weeks in Italy, just sort of like flying by the seat of my pants. That guy spends 6 months driving to a theater every night.
It's warm in his throat every night.
Who from Scrubs is dead now? That's a
Kelso.
fun WatchMojo.com list.
Kelso? No, I don't think Kelso's dead. I don't think any of them are dead.
That dog?
Maybe
That'd be great to find out that dog was
that dog
real.
just died on the first day of production. They were gonna have a dog.
No, I was going to say that dog was an actor. That dog was a real
It'd be
dog.
great if we're both old and the son dog. Well, I guess we wouldn't be that old. I was gonna be like, and a dog is. We're old, and a dog is getting a lifetime achievement
Yeah.
award at the Oscars.
58-year-old dog.
It's outliving us.
Played. I was watching a documentary about Coco the gorilla earlier.
Yeah.
And I was doing a pretty good impression of Coco the gorilla. And it did, because there was a legitimate moment where I was like, I would love to play Coco the gorilla.
Oh my god.
Some sort of movie. Apparently Coco the gorilla didn't even know how to talk.
Nah, I couldn't talk for shit.
You know about this?
Fucking faker, man.
I don't think you really know about this.
It was a fucking faker.
I don't think you watched that 45-minute deep
It's
dive.
a fucking faker.
I love in YouTube videos it'll be like deep dive, and then you're looking like 38 minutes.
How deep can you
You're
go?
like, I would watch 8 hours on whether or not Coco the gorilla could talk. Vice covers politics, man.
Yeah, Vice is the real news, man.
Imagine Vice was a store, and they're like,
All right, we have novelty condoms and artisanal fruits.
Vice is a hot topic. It's like, we have sex toys for teenagers.
Yeah.
And also silly goofs.
We got fuck dice.
And also
And
an
we
I
got-
hate Trump sticker.
Yeah, and we got a.
And our sticker says I hate Biden. It looks the same as I hate Trump. It's commentary.
We got a Super Mario energy drink from 2007. We've got some nunchucks. We've got lingerie.
I mean, I've said this before.
We've got a choker that says slut.
It's somewhere in this room, but
A choker that
no,
says
I have
slut?
this girl gave me a employee badge or assistant manager badge from a Hot Topic.
Okay.
Because I once had relations with a gal who was an assistant manager of a Hot Topic.
Wow.
Part-time.
Look at you.
Part-time assistant manager.
So
that's
like-
kind of impressive.
That's kind of like quarter manager.
Yeah, that's impressive. Well, no, it's impressive that in half the time,
They can get the job of a whole assistant
they
manager
can get a job at half a manager.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're a manager. You just work less.
Yeah.
You could be
We
managed.
could be. You could be working harder.
I could be overlooked. Never mind. I could be. No, that gal, she told me that, and I said, what do people buy most at Hot Topic? And then she went, honestly, based on like sales and stuff, I would describe Hot Topic as a sex shop for teenagers. And then I laughed, and then I could see her realize, oh, that's a funny thing to say. In her mind, she's just like, yeah, no, I've crunched the numbers.
Mathematically?
We're a sex shop for teens. Oh, I guess that is a weird thing
My
to say.
Rain Man brain.
Yeah.
Rain Man brain.
We make pizzas for gorillas. Oh, I guess that is a silly
I guess that is
concept.
weird.
She's like, that's what mostly it is. It's teenagers coming in being like, wouldn't it be funny if we bought this dildo? And then
Together, just two boys buying a dildo.
Exactly. He's like, it's literally mostly that. It's like couples clearly. You go into.
Don't you have to be 18 to buy a dildo?
Not if it's shaped like Stewie Griffin.
Can a baby buy a dildo?
A baby buy a dildo.
If you give a baby a dildo,
what do they think? That'd be a wild toy.
Dildo baby?
No,
or
just
baby
a dildo.
Or baby dildo.
A dildo as a toy, like for fun.
Yeah.
I guess for fun.
I don't know what's going on.
No, because it's like, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, it's a novelty dildo.
It's just a long thing.
Yeah.
You can pretend like it's a spaceship.
Yeah.
Or a plane, but even then it doesn't really have wings.
Yeah. You can pretend it's a big fat
You got to
hog.
use a lot of imagination for a dildo.
It doesn't look like an airplane.
Yeah, you got to like... It's not long enough to be like a sword.
Listen, no baby's going to fall for the airplane trick with a big dildo.
You come home and your kid's got like all of his like action figures all over the living room floor.
Yeah.
And he's like, we've got to get there to destroy the ring. And you're like, oh, you playing Lord of the Rings? And he's like, yeah, we're trying to get to the big tower of Mordor. And there's your dildos in the corner of the room, propped up with like his teddy bear or whatever the fuck.
Propped up with his textbooks.
Propped up his teddy bear that he's adorably used cardboard to make look like Gandalf.
It's very cute.
It's so cute.
But you gotta get your dildo out
But
of
you
there.
gotta
don't
watch
you?
that bear.
You gotta get that dildo out of there.
Then you're like, this must be destroyed.
Son, I have a quest for you. Hide this from your mother.
What do you think the score is now?
I think it's. I think the Bengals probably already won.
Score of Super Bowl. Oh, someone scored. Who do you think
The
scored?
Bengals, baby.
No.
Oh shit.
Who do you think? What's your second guess?
The ref.
You're never gonna believe it. Baltimore Oreos. The Baltimore Oreos have taken the field.
Yard line.
Do they ever at the strip clubs? Do they ever have it like they just project
Tits?
project
Just play porn.
project TV like on the screen and have the strippers dance and then like they're like a Velvet Underground kind of vibe.
No, that sounds like the cool strip club that we're gonna open.
Yeah, like
the cool.
you're watching
Tom
the game
Waits
and
strip
the
club.
ladies stripping.
Yeah. No, they might do that.
You're like,
Sounds
oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh no, that was a boob jiggle.
Those are boobs. Those are just boobs.
That was a boob jiggle. And then we played Tom Waits. We're gonna have a Super Smash Brothers tournament projected over the stage.
Projected over the naked women today.
Projected over the dances. Oh, you go to female strip clubs?
Oh, you went to a lady one?
It's funny you've been saying foxy lady. I thought that was a male strip club.
Oh.
I thought it was a place for foxy ladies to go.
To go look at foxy men.
If they were foxy,
Yeah.
you can go find a man at the foxy lady bar. Why is no one coming to my strip club with we've got hot ladies. We've got a great name, Dan's House of Hard Cocks.
The cock house.
No one's coming to the cock house. Our advertisement is all these horny guys. It's just horny guys.
I even offered to throw a cock out. In the backyard. I was going to throw a cock out.
I said, come on.
Come all takers for the cock out. Go behind the strip club. It's real dark.
I say, fellas, come here.
Oh, no, man. Foxy Ladies. What a gem of a place.
How mad would they be if, like, because it is the world's getting more woke and everything?
Yeah.
And the culture wars. Do you think if you're at, like, a strip club and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, your next dancer, everybody, Victor. And all of a sudden just, like, a guy comes out. And he's doing great. He's, like, a hot guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing good.
He's sexy. He's dancing well.
And then people are complaining, and then the owner's just like, you know what? This is my place. You got to be open-minded, or you get the fuck out. We're not. I don't want to serve these fucking like homophobic, close-minded people.
So every 5 girls, I put out a guy.
Yeah.
And it gets all the douchebags out of the bar.
I'm trying to balance it out.
And then everybody cool sticks around. They just laugh.
Diversity's important.
They understand it's a goof.
Diversity's important. Oh, you're thinking it's a scam. In my mind, it's just someone being like, "Yeah, diversity. We got to give everyone a shot."
No, it's just to get douchebags out of the straight strip.
That would work too. Hey, if Foxy Ladies needs that, you let me know. I do live by all these strip clubs. I could be like a ringer.
Yeah, exactly.
Go down there with my cow vest. It came in the mail. I've got it.
Oh my god.
It's way skimpier than I imagined.
I don't know what you expected. It's probably for women.
No, it's for men. It's specified.
It's for men.
It's specified. It's for men. For men. It's for men. For men. No, it's. I was expecting it to be like a tough, like cowboy thing.
Yeah, not the case.
Not the case, buddy. That's probably cool if you run like a place that sells like leather vests and stuff.
Yeah.
And then if it ever like...
Now you're just like, I got all these hot broads coming in now.
No, you sell leather vests and then like it rains outside and then you're like, oh no, all the leather's shrinking. You just take a marker and you write gay leather vests.
50% more for a gay leather vest.
Yeah,
they got the money.
Shrunken legend.
They got the money. Dual family income, no kids. They got the cash.
I would love to see that joke done by the Simpsons editing team. I feel like they could really do some fun visuals.
They could really pull that one together.
Yeah, like maybe a guy's selling it on the street corner and a puddle splashes.
Oh, no.
And he's like, sir, would you like to buy this vest? Maybe, sir. And then the water hits and he goes, never mind. Sir, would you like to buy this vest?
And it's a gay guy.
And then Flanders goes, well.
Or
Smithers. I was thinking Smithers, but then I doubled down on the voice of Flanders because I got embarrassed.
I don't think I could do a Smithers. Oh well.
I've been watching a lot of Simpsons and I've been doing some voices just off the
Did you start from the newest point?
No, sorry, I worked my way back. Yeah.
That's when it starts getting really good.
Someone's just like I went to one of those websites where they rank all the episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm starting from the bottom up. I should find I should watch the worst Simpsons episodes.
You just start anywhere.
Wow, that's rude.
I'm fucking throwing it out.
The Simpsons is funny.
Since when?
Since 1994 to 1999. It is great that it's like, cause I'll watch it and it's like, it is like 30 Rock like levels of like community levels where you're just like, man, there's so many fucking like good jokes and shit. It's crazy. And then you're like, that's funny that like the peak of comedy exists in a vast well of shit. It's like they're just making like some shitty sitcom. They're making Mike and Molly.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if we go 30 seasons, it's possible that 4 of them in the middle there
will be fantastic.
Will be just amazing.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
We'll hit our stride for 2 years.
As long as the AV club exists by the time we finish.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, someone will rank them.
Yeah, something will happen.
Bengals score 3.
3 what? Touchdowns in a row?
They scored 3 touchdowns in a row. Yeah, they don't specify.
One way to get 3. They don't tell me how they got the 3.
No, I mean,
they don't tell me how they got those 3 points. They just say 3.
It says 7-3, but maybe that's how many players. And if that's the case, no wonder the Rams are winning.
All right, let's figure out a way to wrap this up.
The end of the first quarter, 7. Oh, you meant I thought you meant our play-by-play.
It's probably fun to be Kennedy.
It was probably
right until the very end.
Oh yeah,
had a great run.
No, he got all stressed out about Cuba.
Yeah, whatever.
He's like, "What am I gonna do about Cuba?" And it's like,
nuke it.
You're not even supposed to be going there.
Nuke it, baby.
Everybody hates that place. I can't find that video. I can't. I blocked you. I can't find it. All I can find is this video saying from Rick Shapiro TV. I don't think I'm connected to the internet. For real, it's just showing this video I sent you like months ago, or this photo of Rick Shapiro performing for
no one, basically no one. Those people look like they're just eating.
This photo is great because it shows two people watching him like begrudgingly, two people with their backs turned to him, focused on something else, and then a bartender who, you know what I mean? Bartender's got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he's not watching him. Yeah. But he is staring into a direction that we can clearly see no one is standing. So Rick Shapiro is doing, at best, 40% of the room.
Well, the man is
an icon.
He's disabled.
Lucky Luis. Oh, he tagged the guy who took the photo.
Good. The guy needs credit.
The guy who took the photo, he's got a great ratio. I feel like this guy's never used Instagram, and just based on being tagged in a Rick Shapiro post, he's gotten 256 followers.
Good for him.
Man, I would love for an old comedian to accidentally tag me in something.
It happens all the time.
I do that when I promote, like when I'm tagging people and shit
just
for shows.
Just refriend Jamie, he'll tag you in something.
That's true. You know, on Instagram, I'll just tag because I don't know anyone's Instagram names. So I often will do a thing, and then we'll tag some random kid who lives in like Iowa, and he's like, "I'm 17 and I play soccer," and then I'm like, "He will be performing."
He's gonna do
my opener will be a 17-year-old who is unaware I exist.
He's gonna do a rainbow with the soccer ball kicking out into the crowd.
And also on the show, this 28-year-old grandma from Missouri. What's the oldest grandma you ever met?
Oldest?
Yeah.
Well, you said a 28-year-old grandma, which that's a different kind of a ridiculous.
Grandmas are usually pretty young. I just got back from Pikeville, Kentucky, so my perception's all fucked up.
I'm all wrong.
No, I'm starting my takeover Kentucky plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing
You can take over coal country.
Yeah.
I control coal country.
I made
coal.
$500. It's funny because it's like I'll go to places where it's like, oh, this is like this impoverished area that's really struggling. I'm gonna go do comedy there, and then I'll drive home and I'll be like, hell yeah, I made $500. Oh, from all those poor people. Oh no, oh no. I should have charged us for shirts. God damn it. Coal country has been decimated by Dan Alton being too funny.
So, the funniest man is draining.
Just an interview with some guy in a Legalize It t-shirt. And he's just like, I could not buy it.
Come on,
now
look
my
at
family can't eat.
Can't afford no corn. Can't afford no coal.
My kids can't eat this pin of a crouton.
They chew on it, but it don't give them nothing.
Yeah.
My oldest stabbed his molar.
Oh, no. No, you should. I don't get why people don't just do this. Because there's this tribe in Africa I watched a Drew Binsky video of.
Yeah, okay.
And they got cows they walk around the desert with. They're like one of those people who's always moving around. And they just have a little, like, thing, and they tie up the cow, like with a syringe type situation. Or not syringe, like a thing. And then they poke it, and then they just drink some blood out of the cow's neck.
Oh, great.
Then they all take turns. They're like, everybody get over here.
Drink some blood.
You take a sip. You take a sip. All right. And then they, like, heal it up, and them and the cow just keep going.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
No, it's cool.
I mean, it sounds cool as shit.
We should all...
It doesn't sound like it has much value to any of them.
I guess what I'm saying is, why don't the poor drink
blood? Why don't they drink blood?
No, but you got like a bunch of kids. You're like, how am I going to feed these kids?
You're going to get guillotined for that one, man.
What?
Why don't they drink blood? Well, why don't
I get what you meant. I took that you're gonna get guillotine thing as being like more literal or not, I guess less literal. Where I was like, I'm gonna get canceled for you think out of everything we said, my weird riff that poor people drink blood of other living poor people and then just sort of keep swapping it back and forth. Like a thing I vaguely watched on YouTube.
Yeah,
if anything, I'm gonna get canceled for my tugboat joke.
Canceled.
Canceled.
All right.
No,
so,
we're like,
what? You got anything?
Oh, I got shook to plugs.
We're at an hour 15.
Oh, okay. We should probably read a book.
Them a bedtime story.
I could do some of these jokes of canceled comedians.
They always forget about the gypsies.
What is that
That guy
from?
got in a lot of trouble. Jimmy Carr's new special.
What happened with it? What's his? Wait, I don't know.
Just say the joke. Say it.
I
Say
don't
it
know
like you
anything
said
of
it.
what you're talking about.
You tell the offensive joke.
I don't use that word. I say, even when I hear that Cher song, I say blanks, tramps, and thieves.
He said that. Well, I'm Jimmy Carr, ain't it? No. That's not what he talks like. He said something like, millions of Jews died in the Holocaust, but the thing that no one ever mentions is the hundreds of thousands of gypsies that died. Do you want to just guess the punchline?
No, I don't know what it is.
He says that's because no one ever wants to talk about the benefits of the Holocaust.
Oh. I always see that's my problem with because we in America don't have like Roma or gypsies or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry if anyone's offended by that word.
Sorry.
Roma just sounds confusing, and that's also not that's one of those things where it's like PC people are like, no, say this one, and it's like, well, that one's also wrong.
That one doesn't seem very good.
I'm smart
either.
enough to know that one's also like.
Roma strikes me wrong. Too.
No, it's like. Yeah, it's very weird. Like.
Call them travelers.
No, yeah, exactly. That is actually what
I think that's what they're supposed to be called.
In a lot of like, because a lot of the groups, when you get into specifics, are like the Irish travelers, the whatever travelers. But they, I don't remember where I was getting with this, but they were lovely people. No, this is my problem. Is I always thought they were cool.
Yeah.
So whenever I'd hear shit where they'd be like, they don't like, I'd always be like, what? They're awesome.
They sound so cool.
So like when I heard that Jimmy Carr joke, I'd be like. He'd be like, but no one talks about the positive benefits. And I'd be like, this guy's anti-Semitic. But at least he loves gypsies. Like we all do, right, everybody?
Anyone need their driveway resurfaced?
Hey, a storm came through town recently. No, I would know way more about, if I was you and liked reading words.
I thought you were implying that I was a gypsy.
I wish you, man. That'd be cool.
I was like, listen, I kind of live a bit of a ragamuffin life.
I mean, it's hard enough to get in contact with you to like record. It would at least be interesting if you were like, sorry, the caravan doesn't have good Wi-Fi. I'm on the KD Trail in Kansas. This doesn't work. No, man, I tried to do this bit the other day. It didn't work, and we'll get out of here. I tried. Because I was doing a theme show where it was Satan.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, obviously
Is
everyone's...
that why you wore that shirt?
That's why I wore a shirt. No, I wore a suit.
Keep the
Because
theme
what's
going.
more original than that?
Yeah, sure.
A white guy in a suit for the devil.
Yeah.
No, so I was like, oh, I'll just do jokes of canceled comedians.
Yeah.
I came out to Rock and Roll by Gary Glitter.
Okay. Great.
Great, too.
Smart move.
And then...
Already sounded pretty evil.
Pretty evil. Well, it's no, everyone just went cool song, and that's when I was like, okay, this joke's gonna bomb this bit. Everyone here
This
just
ain't working.
Yeah, then I just tried to do jokes of canceled comedians, but it didn't work.
Because no one knows what they are.
No one
They've
knows
been
what any of the
canceled.
jokes were, and then also it was like, if they don't know what the jokes are, they're just like me doing a Dave Chappelle bit about it's hard to be black and wealthy in America.
Me
Doesn't
talking
really
about
work.
Louis C.K. Talking about...
I come out, I just go, I hate Louis C.K.'s kids.
I fucking hate Louis' kids.
I can't have sex because of Louis C.K.'s kids. No, and then I tried to get everyone to sing Remix to Ignition.
Okay.
And then whenever anyone started, I would yell at them.
That's good.
And that was my big bit.
That was what really won him over.
That's why I'm a star.
That's why I'm selling out.
Half-assing theme shows
why-
occasionally.
That's why I'm headlining in Pikeville.
Hey, who told you about that? The Pikeville News?
Did you just say Pikeville?
Yeah. We were on the news. Funny
Good for
Dinner
you.
was mentioned. No, Funny Dinner was.
Funny Dinner was on the news?
On the Georgetown, Kentucky
The
news.
Georgetown, Kentucky news.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
He said...
And I didn't get a single call.
I know. This is crazy. I know. It didn't even set off your Google alerts.
All right, is that enough? We'll just...